Okay, so this happens to the best of us. The other day I discovered a plugin for a WordPress-based shopping cart. Fell in love with this thing. There's other add-on plugins you can use, mostly by the same developer, but one that has a user interface that you can add your items right through the page. There's affiliate plugins, e-store plugins, all kinds of stuff that works with this. It's produced by the actual company. They're called Tips and Tricks HQ, and they've got documentation on everything. They keep everything up to date. But the one thing you can't do is actually set up sales tax. And a lot of shopping carts are like that. So I'm going through and I'm trying to set all this up, and I notice that I can set up my shipping, choose my currency symbol, I can set up a base shipping, free shipping over so much, collector shipping address, or trust PayPal if I want to, which of course I don't. But the one thing I can't do again is to set up sales tax. So I log into my PayPal account and I click profile. That's where you got to go. And then over on the bottom here you'll see my selling tools. Another option if you're already logged in is to just highlight over the word profile and come down to my selling tools. So let's click that. You'll notice the word sales tax. And if you're in a different country, maybe a little further down, a little further up, I don't know. I've only seen the United States version. Come over here, click update. You can set this up for one region or for as many as you want. Domestic means here in the country you're in, which again for me is the United States. I've seen a demo of this done in Canada. It works very similar. International, I mean, you could sell all over the world, depending on what you're selling. But to get started, you just simply click Add New Sales Tax. Now, if you're going to be selling in a geographical region, an area, let's say you're selling in Alabama, Alaska, the American Samoa, Arizona, Arkansas, you can hold the control button down and highlight each of these and choose your percentage. Another option is to go through, since each of them are probably going to have different ones, is to set them up individually. Let's say I've got two physical locations, one in Florida and one in Michigan. I can go right here. Florida sales tax, I believe, is 7.5%. Actually, it's 6 to 7.5%, which I believe has a lot to do with the recent bills that we've all voted on. How you want to set that up as a merchant, whether you want to call it 6% or 7.5%, that's up to you. Your next option is to apply this rate to shipping. Now, again, this is completely up to you. If you have flat rate shipping, that's fine. You don't have to use this. If you have free shipping over a certain amount or free shipping in general, you don't have to use this. But it's an option. If you're only going to set up one, you can click Continue. If again I have a second location, like I mentioned earlier, click Create Another. Scroll down to my other location, Michigan. And again, I could be wrong. I think it's 6 plus 2.4. Maybe I'm wrong, but it's just a demonstration, so it don't matter at the moment. Again, I can have the option to apply the rate or not. I can choose to create another one or just simply click Continue. Now, if at any point you want to remove one or both of these, you simply put a check in the box and click Delete. If you want to edit one of them, like let's say for example I found out that Michigan sales tax was the same as the Florida sales tax, you can click Edit. Going into just the one where the check mark is, change that to 7.5%. Save. Next option, if you want to delete one of these, like I mentioned, you can check one or both. I'm going to delete both. It asks me to confirm, not a problem. Okay, one last thing. Of course, you can do this with your international rates as well, but depending on your interpretation of the law, and I've heard this said a couple of different ways, many people will consider the product that you purchase to be the state in which the sales tax should be rendered, as they're the ones paying the tax. So, for example, if you live in Florida, and let's say you just choose to start with a base rate of 6, instead of going Florida and 6%, you can just say all states and territories. Say you do flat rate shipping, click continue. Now, even though you're in Florida, because you're charging that same sales tax as if the purchase was made right there in Florida, it's going to always be 6% sales tax. Some people will feel lucky because they're getting a break if the tax is higher. Some people may not be so lucky because I know there are states that don't have sales tax. It's up to you to explain to people if they have questions about this. It's just an option. And again, even if there's just one, if you want to edit or delete, it's a matter of putting a check mark in and choosing your option. I hope that helped explain things a little bit. Have a great day.